So I'll get started by introducing who I am and what I'm doing today. So my name is Leah from the PR department of AudaCity Capital. At the moment we're just conducting a few interviews with our traders just to find out a bit about their background and how they got into trading to feature on our channel. So I'll go straight into the first question, which is just to introduce yourself and explain how you got into the trading industry.
My name is Dan Burkut and I'm from Romania. I am 48 years old and I started trading when I was 27. My first account was open obviously as a retail trader. And if I remember right, it was with Forex.com. And it wasn't a good experience. That was my first loss. I opened the account with a deposit of $10,000. And it took me around 1.5 months to blow that account. All my trades were based on trading advices that were given by a customer support representative from Forex.com. I got frustrated from the fact that I lost. And I invested into learning how to trade. It was a side passion of mine. My background, I am a lawyer as a basis. I went to the law school, and I had this passion for trading, but I never tried it. I started, like I said, with a retail account. Now that was back then. Afterwards, I paid a couple of courses to learn the first steps of what a moving average is. Back then, I remember that I was using systems with stochastics and Bollinger Bands and things like that. And it kind of grew on me. And in 2 years, I've managed to improve my skills. And I also had the chance to work with Alpari. Alpari was a retail broker also. And I got into the business of trading as a back office analyst. Basically, what we were doing was to analyze position of the traders and decide either they will go into the A book or the B book. That was my first contact with the industry from the other side, not the trader side. I didn't like that job, and I quit it in I think it was 4 months, and I decided to dedicate more time to trading. And since then, I have kind of developed my own. It's not really a strategy because I just borrowed things from many strategies and put it all together. And that's pretty much how it went through. It is now 10 years since I'm trading my account. First 2 years, I did struggle to become profitable. I was either breaking even, going on a loss, going on profit, but never something that I could say, yes, now I can live from trading. It just didn't happen. Afterwards, I improved my skills on the money management. Of course, that's the base of trading, and also the psychology of trading. I was not afraid anymore to open a position. My hands were no longer shaking when I was pushing the button, and that's pretty much where the change was in my favor. And that's pretty much all there is to say in this regard.
Yeah, I feel like a lot more people are doing exactly what you've done, so they come from a different background and then they find their way into trading somehow. So that's very interesting that you came from a law background. So did you learn mostly by yourself through websites and videos, or did you have like a mentor or anything like that to learn about trading?
Back then I was looking for mentors, but I was only able to find so-called mentors. They were not real traders. Most of the people that were selling how to trade and things like that, I don't think that they were actually trading. I think they were just selling those courses. And all the strategies were based on a 20 pip stop loss, 30 pip stop loss. things like that, and that's not realistic. If you have from my opinion, from my experience, if you always go with the fixed stop loss and the fixed take profit, it's not going to work over a long period of time. Of course, the market keeps changing. 5 years ago, the euro dollar was moving at least 150 pips a day. Now it moves only 50 pips a day. You cannot use the same system on different conditions. So yeah, how I learned, I pretty much learned the rough way by trading, by spending hours and hours in front of the computer and analyzing the charts and learning how the instruments move and things like that.
Yeah, that's great. That's very impressive that you have learned everything mostly or all from yourself. I think that is where the new generation of traders are coming from. They're teaching themselves and then becoming very good and very profitable. So that's great to hear that you're an example of that.
I just wanted to add that these days there are very good courses that you can actually buy. Back then there were not. So I will not encourage everyone to just go for do-it-yourself mode. It's not okay. It will take too long. You can get a lot of shortcuts just by paying a bit more for the courses. The most expensive trading course that I took, I had to pay $5,000 for it, and it was from a guy from the United States. But it was very good. I learned how to create a trading plan and how to get a trader's book, note all my decisions, motivate them, and things like that. That really helped me.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I would encourage. Yes, I would encourage everyone to go for a professional trading course. It will help a lot.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. We have a trading course here as well, so I get to see some of the traders on the floor and online go from knowing very little to being like successful traders. So yeah, I definitely agree with you. There's lots more out here now and you can learn that way, which is good. So my next question for you is just about your experience with AudaCity Capital so far. So you're doing the funded trader program with us, and just how has everything been for you? Has everything been okay? How has your performance been? Anything like that?
First, I will have to mention that this is a real interview. Of course, if it's going to go on YouTube, many of them are fake. It is real. And in regards to you guys, I can only say that you are not 10 plus, you're 100 plus. I really like the money management that you are imposing for traders. I really like how you interact with us. It's pretty straightforward. You have to do that, that, and that. Nothing too fancy, nothing too annoying. You can do it your own way. Your style can really pay out if you have a style. So maybe I cannot express myself at my best right now, but from my perspective and my experience with you guys, I will give you a 10 plus, no question asked. On the customer support side, on the trading platform, it's very good, very sharp. The execution is very good. There's no big slippage or things like that. The way that you impose the risk management and things like that, they are very comfortable. They are not too intrusive. What I'm trying to say is that you are not invasive with our trading strategies as traders. You mostly encourage us to trade at our best, and that's the number one thing that I would like to point out. It is very important. So if you know your game and you know your way around the market, look no further. AudaCity Capital will support you more than you would expect. So plus the payments on time, the doubling of the account spot on, everything is as done by the book. It's really great. I mean, if you were to ask me how to improve your service, I have no idea. Just keep it as it is.
Great. I'm so glad that you're enjoyed it so far, and thank you for the kind words. And yeah, I agree. A lot of people there's a lot of fakes out there. So I get people's concern about that sometimes, but we're here. I'm here in the office, so if it wasn't real, I wouldn't be here. So my last question for you is a question that I ask to every trader that I interview, and it is just for maybe people who are searching for trading videos to maybe try and expand their knowledge as well. So what is the best advice you can give to someone who's just starting their trading journey? Maybe something that you might have wanted to know when you first started out, or something that you've found has been really useful, anything like that?
Yes, actually, there are a couple of things. I'll try to keep it as short as possible. Uh, the best practice is to try to do it with implication. You have to be dedicated. It's not something that you can do at a superficial level, and it is not as hard as it seems, as long as you are a bit organized. You don't have to be the most organized person in the world. It's going to work even if you're not, but you have to have a plan. And what I would, as an advice, what I will start with is uh, go for a professional course. Don't avoid that, because it's like every single other job. You have to go to study first before you learn how to do it. This is the same story. It takes time, not a lot of time, if you get involved into learning how to trade. So the learning curve is actually adapted to your application. If you are real about learning how to trade, it's going to take a lot more, uh, uh, less time. It's going to take less time than if you're not really into learning how to trade. So it's all about dedication. Uh, Go ahead and get a professional trading course. That's actually all you need. If you go with a professional learning course, you will obtain all the basic information that you will need. You'll have to also build it yourself, understand it, and adapt it to your personality. But that's easy to do once you know how to do it. That's pretty much my